Hey guys, it's your favorite Dynamite here, and today we got ourselves Godzilla versus Kyogre. All right, so just like Godzilla versus Groudon, let's begin this. And this is actually going to be much more difficult because this fight is actually going to take place in the water. So yeah, let's dive into it. No pun intended. Kyogre is one of the original three giant Pokemon, one of the originals of the Pokemon series. He's actually incredibly powerful. Actually, he's a master at hydrokinesis as well. He's able to consistently match Groudon, who was able to make the Pokemon world itself. This meaning that he was able to pretty much make the regions itself, while Kyogre also made the oceans. Kyogre is also able to go toe-to-toe with Groudon consistently, even been able to push him around, take attacks from Mega Rayquaza, and exceed the power of Mega Evolutions, which have been able to match against characters like 50% Zygarde, who are known as the World Serpent of Pokemon, who's able to hold the entire Pokemon multiverse. So already showing that multiversal attack potency. He's also incredibly durable, being able to take attacks from Mega Evolution Pokemon like Mega Metagross and Mega Charizard X, as well as Mega Rayquaza. He's also incredibly versatile. He has Origin Pulse, which is a 4-way blast, Hyper Beam, Water Pulse, Aqua Jet, Water Gun, Hydro Pump, every water type move in the book, okay? So yeah, Kyogre is just, that overpowered. She's got every water type move in the book, Surf, you name it. His real he really comes to his own when he actually uses hydrokinesis. This being able to swallow entire islands. He's actually able to manipulate this water at his will and is able to use it to drown and even combat opponents. He's also able to pretty much attract ice around him, and this causes him to freeze half of the entire planet. So without further ado, let's go to Godzilla, King of the Monsters, the GOAT, the OG. Godzilla is incredibly strong. He's able to fling monsters as strong as Destroyer, being able to react to monsters fast as Rodan, Mothra, and Batara. And it's actually been able to take the power of Zeus. Zeus is able to fight and even surpass the likes of Kronos, who is a primordial being, okay? This means that he was able to defeat an Uranus and actually castrated him. Yeah. So Godzilla exceeding the power of Primordials themselves, which are creators of the entire universe, if not the multiverse itself, as they pretty much created and pretty much seeded all of time and space before time and space even existed. So yeah, Godzilla exceeds that kind of power. Godzilla is also able to battle against monsters that have been able to exceed the power of God himself, even exceeding the power of Titans themselves. So this isn't out of character either. He's actually been able to take attacks that range down to the molecular level and have been able to atomize him before, even taking attacks that from monsters that can attack your soul. Monsters such as Batara and Mothra. Sorry about that. I almost forgot. He's been able to consistently take blasts from King Ghidorah, who have been able to one-shot and destroy black holes, which in the Godzilla verse can actually affect space and time. So, yeah, that's actually impressive by all means. So, yeah, let's, Godzilla also possesses the Atomic Pulse, which he can use as a defensive measure, and has the Atomic Breath, which he uses as his attack measure. If in dire situations, he can always activate his Fire Godzilla mode, which actually gives him the Red Spiral Ray and the Thermonuclear Pulse, which have been able to down monsters that were immune to his Atomic Breath. So let's begin here, and obviously this fight is taking place in the water, but also near a good landmass as well. And Kyogre would obviously be bringing his Ice Wave or his Ice Blight with him, which kind of makes a landmass behind him. So it's not out of the ordinary for him to say that, Godzilla can also have a land advantage as well here. So when it comes down to this fight, who do I give the overall, stats to? Well, physical strength, I gotta say Godzilla. He's been lifting around and slamming monsters that are much heavier than Groudon and Kyogre. He's been able to uproot Biolate, slam Destroyer, pick up and throw Monster X and Ghidorah on multiple occasions. Meanwhile, Kyogre seems to be in the same strength class as characters like Groudon, who aren't even close to the strength levels of Regigigas. So you got that. However, they have been known to clash before. Sorry about that. Clash before and destroy entire continents like it's nothing. Even threatening to destroy the Pokemon world, which is a amalgamation of different realities. So yeah, they're ridiculously powerful. Kyogre is ridiculously strong. Godzilla's the faster one as well, I would have to say, in terms of combat speed. However, aquatic speed, I definitely got to say Kyogre takes it. So overall speed definitely goes to Kyogre. However, I think the most difficult aspect of this fight is definitely going to be Kyogre's aqua kinesis, especially when they're fighting in the water. Basically, this gives Kyogre not only home turf advantage, but actually pretty much the source of his power as well. You might say, oh, this is an unfair fight, but I do think Godzilla can actually pull through and win this before because he has better aquatic adaptation as well. Plus, I do think he's going to be able to get Kyogre out of the water with his atomic breath. He can use his atomic breath underwater and has actually done it on multiple occasions to burn and harm other monsters. He might just nuke Kyogre as well under the water and simply send him flying out of it. That way, Godzilla is going to follow up and get into close quarters combat and begin to pretty much overwhelm Kyogre here. Kyogre can definitely keep Godzilla at bay with his aqua kinesis, but I think the sheer fact that he also brings a landmass with him is actually going to play into his disadvantage. But let's say he doesn't do that and he doesn't bring like his own landmass into the fight here. The fight takes longer, but I do think Godzilla is again the better underwater fighter. This is due to the monster known as Titanosaurus. And Titanosaurus is actually the closest you get to an actual equal of underwater monsters comparable to Godzilla. So in all honesty, yeah, I think Titanosaurus is actually as close as you get. This is due to the sheer fact Titanosaurus has actually been able to fight against Godzilla on multiple occasions under the water. And he's actually done this pretty consistently as well, being able to match Godzilla, win, or outright lose to Godzilla on multiple occasions. So if you really had to think about it, this could actually turn into a Titanosaurus versus Kyogre debate because unlike Titanosaurus here, unlike Kyogre, Titanosaurus does not have aquatic manipulation, yet he is a very good underwater fighter, but Godzilla simply just outdoes him in an underwater fight in the IDW Godzilla Rulers of Earth comic. And he also had the help of Manda and Geozora at his back as well. Plus, Destroyer was there as well. And Godzilla was actually taking them all on in a 4v1 scenario. There's also the fact that Godzilla has simply reacted to much faster moving monsters like Zilla. If I had to pick between Zilla and Kyogre, I would definitely say Zilla takes it more often than not, being able to pretty much outspeed Kyogre as well. There's also the fact that Groudon was able to also hang with Kyogre when he brought his own landmass. And pretty much when he got Kyogre out of the water, he pretty much just began to overwhelm and bombard him. So in all honesty, I do see the same thing happening here. Plus, Kyogre does have a tendency to jump out of the water and attack here. Now you might say, oh, what about the haxes and abilities? Yes, you are right. Kyogre does pack more haxes and abilities than Godzilla. However, Godzilla has a lot more defensive measures and a good offensive measure as well. For Kyogre's Origin Pulse, he could simply use his Nuclear Pulse to block his attacks and then follow up with an Atomic Breath out of nowhere. If Kyogre does overwhelm him with his various attacks and abilities, that means Godzilla may just go into his fire state and then start hammering him, because I don't think that his landmass or his abilities are going to last when Godzilla is pretty much in a thermonuclear level state. That red spiral ray is going to start pretty much just pounding and wearing at Kyogre's durability and is eventually going to be able to surpass the levels of his hydrokinesis and then wind up with Godzilla pretty much being able to pin down Kyogre or pretty much grab him in a bear hug, and then hit him with a thermonuclear pulse, possibly incinerating him. So overall, I do favor Godzilla. He's definitely stronger, more durable, while Kyogre is the faster and more versatile member. However, Godzilla has the more overwhelming and definitely the surprise factor in this fight, which definitely gives him the win. So let me know what you guys think down below. Does Godzilla win or does Kyogre win? Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe and share it to your friends. This is Legendary Grimlock, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace.